In the previous episode, we broke down 11 things about Albert Einstein habits. Now it's time for thinking patterns. These are how geniuses approach problems, decisions, and the world itself. If you adopt these 10 ways of thinking, you'll find yourself solving problems no one else can, coming up with solutions others never thought of, and generally seeing the world in a way that makes life more interesting and more successful. And yes, maybe even becoming a bit of a genius yourself. And remember, if you learn something new, give us a like and share this with someone who needs it. Let's get into it. Number 1, first principles thinking. This means breaking a problem down to its most basic truths, ignoring assumptions, and working from the ground up. Physicists use this all the time. They don't accept theories, they test them against first principles. Here's a theory about gravity. Let's check each part against reality. Does it fit? It's how we know the theories are correct, or at least the best we have so far. When Elon Musk wanted to land a rocket on Mars, he didn't look at how other companies did it. He went back to basics. Rockets need thrust to go up, they need steering to stay in trajectory, and they need heat protection to survive re-entry. From there, he worked up the solution, launching SpaceX to where it is today. This isn't just geniuses. Aristotle did it too when theorizing about the world around him. It's a powerful tool for solving any problem. So next time you face an issue, break it down to its core. Ask, what is absolutely true here, regardless of assumption? Then build your way up. You might be surprised where it takes you. Number 2, second-order thinking. Most people think linearly. They see an action, think of the direct result, and stop there. But geniuses don't stop at the first result. Ask, if I do this, what happens after that? And then what happens after that? A simple example, let's say you want to eat healthier. One step would be to buy healthy food. Linear thinkers stop there, but second-order thinkers keep going. If I buy healthy food, I won't cook much. If I don't cook, I'll get tired of eating raw vegetables and fruit, and eventually go back to takeout. If I start getting takeout again, I'll pile on extra weight and feel demotivated. The only thing that will work is if I buy healthy food, and then spend time learning to cook those foods. If I learn to cook, I won't get tired of eating it. I'll maintain my weight and feel great. See the difference? Second-order thinking allows you to avoid many pitfalls, whether it's business planning, relationships, or personal projects. Always think 2 steps ahead of everyone else. Number 3, inversion thinking. We're trained to think in a certain way. How do I achieve X? Just figure out the steps to do X. But geniuses turn that around. They ask, how could I fail? What are the landmines I need to avoid? By flipping the problem, they gain clarity on the other side. It removes blind spots and helps highlight potential errors. If you want to lose weight, don't just think of diet and exercise plans. Also think, what are the things that could cause me to put on weight? Stress, late-night snacks, drinking too much alcohol. When making big decisions, take time to think about why you might be wrong. Even if you started from the right place, your path can still lead to a bad outcome. So flip the question. How could I be wrong here? What am I missing? Number 4, probabilistic thinking. Geniuses think in terms of chances, not absolutes. They understand that nothing is guaranteed, everything has odds. Will this work? Maybe, maybe not. What are the chances of success? Once they have that number, they decide if it's worth trying. If the chance of success is high, they pursue it. If not, they move on to the next idea. This is why they seem to take more risks. They're not reckless. They've calculated the risk and decided it's worth taking. To think this way, you have to detach from outcomes. You can't let the fear of failure paralyze you. As Winston Churchill said, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Number 5, lateral thinking. Most problems have a linear solution. Work harder, save more, invest in X. But sometimes the best answers come from lateral thinking. This is about thinking outside traditional logic, being creative, seeing how ideas relate to each other. It's about making connections no one else sees. Steve Jobs said creativity is just connecting things. That's what geniuses do. They connect ideas from different fields, turning the familiar into the extraordinary. When stuck on a problem, force yourself to think laterally. Ignore the obvious answer. Look at the problem from multiple angles. Ask, what if? Be creative. You're not trying to find the right answer. You're trying to generate more options. He knows which one will lead to what. Number 6, thinking in systems. Geniuses realize that nothing exists in a vacuum. Every person, organization, technology exists in a system. Your actions affect others. Their reactions affect you. It's a cycle. Understanding systems is key to success. We can't solve problems in a bubble. If you want to fix one thing, you need to see the wider picture. If you don't, you're likely to miss something important. This is why zooming out is essential. Take a step back and see the entire system. How do the parts interact? How will changing one part affect the others? The more you understand the system, the better you'll be able to navigate it. This is how geniuses excel. They don't just think in straight lines. They think in networks, understanding the flow, the feedback loops, the tipping points. They see the big picture while focusing on the details. Number 7, meta-thinking. Geniuses are aware of their own thought process. They know how they think, why they think that way, and they question it. They know our thoughts determine our actions, our beliefs shape our reality, so they take time to observe their thinking. They catch themselves when they jump to conclusions, ignore facts, or rely on old habits. They analyze their thought patterns, identify biases, and work to improve their clarity and logic. This is meta-thinking. It's thinking about thinking. Self-awareness applied to your mind. Not many people do this. Most are unaware of their own thought processes. They just react and act on autopilot. But geniuses know that self-awareness is the key to unlocking better thinking. Number 8, Occam's razor. This is a simple principle with a powerful impact. It states that the simplest solution is usually the best. Geniuses apply this to problem-solving, decision-making, and even strategy. They cut away unnecessary complexity, focusing on what truly matters. In a world full of noise and distraction, Occam's razor provides clarity. It helps you see through the clutter and focus on the essential. Whether it's simplifying a process, cutting unnecessary tasks, or making a clear point, geniuses use Occam's razor to cut away all that is not needed. They understand that simplicity is often misunderstood, but it's almost always the key to success. 9, 10 times thinking.
Ow.
Most people think incrementally.
Ow.
They see a 1% improvement as progress. Geniuses think exponentially. They ask, how do I make this 10 times better? Not just 10% better. They understand the power of exponential growth, how small changes can lead to massive results. Take SpaceX. They didn't just want to improve NASA's launch costs by 10%. They aimed to make space travel 10 times cheaper. That's the difference between 10 times thinking and regular thinking. And geniuses apply this in all areas of their lives. They don't settle for small gains. They push for massive transformations. They see the possibilities in exponential growth and leverage it to achieve extraordinary results. Number 10, delayed judgment. Geniuses don't rush to conclusions. They gather data, observe, wait for insights to evolve. They resist the urge to be right now. This is called delayed judgment. It's taking your time to make a good decision, not just a quick one. This doesn't mean overthinking. It means thoughtful consideration. Most people judge too quickly. They see a piece of evidence, form a belief, and stick to it. Geniuses don't. They remain open to new data, changing their views if the evidence supports it. They value clarity over speed, understanding over certainty. In a world that rewards quick answers, delayed judgment may seem like a weakness, but geniuses know it's a superpower. It gives them the ability to see beyond the obvious, to make better decisions, and ultimately to succeed where others fail. And there you have it. 10 ways geniuses think differently. Remember, it's not about being smarter. It's about thinking smarter. These patterns aren't innate. They're learned. They're practiced. So start practicing them today. Notice how you think. Question your assumptions. Expand your thinking. Might be surprised at where it takes you. And don't forget, if you found value, give us a like and share this with someone who can use it. See you next time.